Hello and welcome to the Genealogy Gems YouTube channel. I'm Lisa Louise Cook. We're going to bring you the gems here from Roots Tech, and there are a lot of them. So many amazing new innovations coming on, and I couldn't be at Roots Tech and not sit down with somebody from FamilySearch.org. And thankfully, this somebody is Brian Edwards. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you, Lisa. Glad to be here.
You know, we're going to follow up on a conversation that we did for Family Tree Magazine, and which, of course, I host that podcast as well, and I just couldn't let him go because there's so much more to ask him about. So I hope if you came from the Family Tree Magazine, you are here to stay and learn a little bit more, because one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was mobile. Everybody's going mobile. I was just teaching a class this morning on YouTube, creating a YouTube channel,
Right.
And 50% of their growth is in the mobile market. And as a YouTube channel, anybody who comes to this channel knows we've been revamping the whole interface so that it is mobile friendly.
Right.
How is FamilySearch tackling the whole mobile market?
Well, we're doing several different things right now. One thing, last year starting to redesign the website. We're starting to change our pages into what we call responsive web design. Now that's a big word, but what that really means is that we recognize that people are no longer all on a computer, not all on a large monitor with lots of real estate. We have people on their phones, on their tablets. Their tablet might be in portrait, might be in landscape orientation. So lots of different sizes and resolutions to deal with.
Isn't it funny, because for so many years we all just wanted bigger, bigger, bigger,
Yes.
and now we're all going smaller, 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 and it presents a lot of challenges, I'm
Right.
sure, particularly for a site like you where you've got pictures and documents.
Yes. So right now we're working to make sure that our website adapts to whatever size you're on.
Okay.
So whether you're on your phone, whether you're on a tablet, whether you're on a desktop with a 27-inch monitor, we'll adapt to that size to show you the best resolution, the best layout of
This
things
is
for
the
you.
website showing
Yes.
through the browser, not
It
the
is.
app, but it's through
Yes.
the browser. Okay. So
Yes.
your website can deal with and detects which mobile device we're on.
That's right. And well, it really kind of adapts to the resolution.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter whether you're on an Android or iOS more, it just says this is the resolution they have, let's adapt and resize to fit that. So that's been a big step forward for us. Not all the websites there yet, but
Right.
we're working on that. But a lot of website is already there, and more pieces to come quickly. That's the first step forward. Secondly, we looked at it and said, well, would responsive web design do everything we want it to do? And for right now, it doesn't. And so we are in the process of developing a native Android app and a native iOS app.
Excellent.
And so it'll work on your iPhone, on your iPad, on your Nexus tablet, on your phone, with Android or whatever. All those things will work, and they'll have a native app for Android and iOS.
Now, one of the challenges that genealogy software programs have is they are putting out apps, and then, of course, our tendency is to expect this to run like a software program. It can't. It's a different animal.
Right.
What would we really expect, at least with the first generation of an app from FamilySearch?
Well, so there's really, I would say there's two key things that most people want to get to with an app when you're on the go. So what do you want? You want to be able to access your information in the family tree.
Right.
So as you're out there and saying, well, what was Grandpa's birthday again? You can look it up and find it. So you'll be able to access the family tree. The first version of our app will be a kind of a read-only from the family tree, and then we'll add editing to it later.
Okay.
And then the second part of that is, well, I'm talking to Grandma, and she's sharing this really cool story about her grandfather, and she's got a photo of him on his horse in the Civil War or whatever it might be. So I can record, I'll be able to record his voice, or her voice.
Okay.
I'll be able to take a picture of that photo that she has of her grandfather. And so photos and stories and documents and even audio in the future are all going to be part of this to make this come alive to you.
So even though our phone, let's say, can do recording or take pictures, by going through the app, we're going to have that direct access to send it straight up to FamilySearch? Because
Yes.
that's a big part of the website now.
Yes. So and those who use our website may have noticed that we renamed the Photos tab to Memories, and that's a recognition to say, well, it's not just photos anymore. There's lots of different things. We said, well, we can call it media, but that's a little boring,
Yeah.
frankly. Memories evokes that emotion, which is what we want to attach to those photos and stories. And so we renamed it to Memories. And so as you take pictures and so forth, you can upload them straight into your Memories section. Your photo, write a little story in there, record an audio of your grandparents speaking, all those things with your memories, but you can also link them to the family tree. So when others find your family tree, they can go in and see those photos of great-grandpa and what he did.
Now, video is growing by leaps and
Yes.
bounds, and certainly, as I was lecturing to people in my YouTube class, that we have photos, we've been sharing those, and we've been helping each other online to connect with our photos, but home movies is a whole other ballgame, and that seems like it falls in the memories category. Is that going to be a possibility?
We're really anxious to do that. I think the key for us, though, is that because it's a shared public site and we want to be completely family friendly,
Right.
we want to make sure that there's no chance of pornography or things getting up there.
Right.
So what we do right now is every photo that goes on the website, you upload it, you think it's on the website, it's actually screened by somebody looking at it, make sure it's not pornographic, make sure it's not offensive.
So video is going to present a challenge in that there's longer to look at that.
It does.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to figure out how do you best make sure the video is safe.
Right.
And so we're looking at several different possibilities of, do we snap a shot every 10 seconds and look at those to make sure there's no pornography in there? How do we do it and make sure that it stays a G-rated, family-friendly website?
Yeah.
And so we don't have the answer to that yet, and so it'll take a little bit longer to get video.
Sure. No, but that really speaks to the whole emphasis that you guys put on the family-friendly and also respecting people's privacy.
Yes.
And we talked about that in our other episode. What do you see as the future? What are some of the initiatives that you're focused on as you're moving forward?
Well, I think obviously mobile is a huge thing for us. And so we talked a little bit about that. Additionally, integrating the site, in the past it was sort of, family tree is family tree, and search is search, and photos are photos, and now you see you can put photos in the tree, and you can link records to the tree, and you can search from the tree into records. Integrating the site so it's a more friendly site is a big step forward for us.
Right.
Another aspect that we're working on right now, we're really excited about, is that we're working on a new index experience. For all the people who are helping us index, they've said for years, gee, I'm on my mobile device, I want to be able to index. And we tried a mobile app for this a while back, and we found that in an iPhone or in a mobile phone size, you really didn't have enough information to be able to index accurately.
Oh, right.
So we rethought all that, gone back kind of to the drawing board, and they are working on a web-based thing that kind of tablet size and above, so there's enough data to make sure you do it accurately. You can do it on the go. If there's an internet connection, you can index from your tablet or whatever you might have.
Sit in the doctor's office, wait
Yes.
in the carpool, and with the tablet we can make it much larger and really get that in-depth look at whatever the document is. And
Yes.
wow, and contributing, because that's been such a huge goal for FamilySearch, is getting all of that microfilm indexed, and it's wonderful that things are scanned, but you guys can scan faster than you can index, right?
Yes, we can.
If only those two were just running parallel all the time.
Yeah, it'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Wow. Great. Anything else we should know about what's going on over at FamilySearch before we see you at next Roots Tech, which I'm sure will be bigger and better?
Another key thing we're working on right now is what we call hinting. So I'm in the family tree. I'm looking at my ancestor. We have records about your ancestor. So right now today you click on a button, it does a search for those records, but if we could find them, match them up and say, high probability this might be your grandfather in the 1930 census and the World War I draft, we want to bring those back into you.
Yeah.
And so hinting is going to be a key integration between our records experience, our search experience, and our family tree to kind of bring that into you and help you out.
It would be amazing to have that eventually built into the mobile. So again, you have a little bit of time to kill. You could go and check those hints and line up some new leads to follow when you get home.
Yes.
It's always fun to hear the innovations, and thank you so much for taking time out.
Oh, thank you, Lisa.
How's your Roots Tech experience been?
Oh, it's fantastic. This gets bigger and better every year.
I think we are starting to rival the Who Do You Think You Are live conference over in the UK. This is really rocking this exhibit hall, and it's certainly bigger than it was last year. It's amazing.
It is.
Good to you. We are all grateful for FamilySearch. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Lisa. Good to talk to you.